Red Frogs Australia is a phenomenon. Wherever there is a party or a gathering of youth, you're sure to find the Red Frog crew and their dedicated workers. High school education, schoolies, universities or festivals, the impact of the Red Frog crew seems to be immeasurable. One of the biggest youth events of the year, and in fact the exact place where Red Frogs all started, is Schoolies. Schoolies spans Australia-wide and now internationally. Over 70,000 school leavers in more than 18 locations come together to celebrate the beginning of their newfound adulthood. This may seem like an untamable beast to many and has had its fair share of negative media and sometimes tragic outcomes. However, Red Frogs Australia has spent over a decade changing this through hard work and service, and the impact continues to grow.
Schoolies to me is two main things. First one is it's the future leadership of the nation all in one place at one time while they're still 17 and they haven't grown a brain yet. So it's really safeguarding tomorrow's leadership. For me, it's building a fence at the top of the cliff instead of picking up pieces at the bottom.
There really is no beginning or ending at a Schoolies week. But for the Red Frog crew, the highly organised chaos starts with evening planning, meetings and implementing systems which have been a year in the making. As the troops hit the streets, over 1,800 volunteers are everywhere, handing out frogs, hanging with the youth, diffusing problems and even running one of the biggest entertainment stages on the beach. But it's not only on the streets that you'll find them. The Red Frog crew infiltrate rooms of nearly every accommodation facility in the area. You would normally think this to be intrusive or unwelcomed, but armed with over 9 tonnes of Allen's Red Frogs and the trust earned from years of relationship building are just a few of the secret ingredients to the success of Red Frogs.
Tonight, just chatting with a few guys, just finished school and just talking over how pumped they are to be out of school and what they want to do next year and go to uni. And the kids always come past going, Red Frogs, and so they really, seem to have a good relationship with the schoolies.
Pre-schoolies seminars in the senior years of high school ensure that nearly every school leaver already knows the Red Frog crew and what they're all about. But often it's not all fun and games at these kind of events. In the 24-hour Red Frog call centre, the crew are busy taking over 3,000 calls for anything from excessive drinking, drug experimentation, assault, and sometimes, sadly, even questions of suicide.
Over the night in the schoolies, pretty much every night we're receiving hundreds of calls into our call centre. We're logging those and we're dealing with those as quickly as possible. Usually within minutes we have teams responding to these calls.
The call centre enables our team to work collaboratively and refer incidents to other support services greatly needed during this time.
I was drinking all afternoon and nothing was really hitting me until I had about probably 6 Jaeger bombs in half an hour. And I got off my face, and my friends got cranky with me because I wasn't ready at all to go out. They just left me at home and they went out to the clubs because it was ladies' night, so it was free drinks at all the clubs. And so I was there puking my guts up, pretty much hugging the toilet, and just thought I needed my stomach pumped because I just never felt this ill in my life. And so I went downstairs, I was riding in the lift waiting for schoolies to ask them for the Red Frog hotline. And someone gave it to me. I can't really remember too much, but I rang them as I was all on my own, completely off my face. I couldn't have done anything. I was riding in the lift by myself. Anyone could have taken advantage of me. I rang them and they were really nice on the phone and really accommodating, and they came over and they looked after me, told me to sit up, have a bit of water, and sat with me for about 3 hours. Ended up with the ambulance coming to look after me, but I don't know, I probably could have even kept drinking. Could have passed out. No one would have known anything because my friends had gone out and they wouldn't have come home till at least 5 AM, and I was pretty gone at 10 PM, so it could have been hours before anyone found me.
I'd heard about Red Frogs before she went up there, and I was really impressed with what they do, and I said to her, there's the Red Frogs there. And to hear that she'd actually called on them and that they'd been there for her in such a huge way, as a mum, that just meant so much to me that I can't even put into words. yeah, you just want to go and kiss them. I think they're wonderful.
Oh, definitely. We couldn't do schoolies without them. The fact that they call us is that they've done all they can for the person, and then it just goes to the next stage. And if we didn't have Red Frogs, we would go under. We just don't have the numbers, the paramedics, to go to every single job, and we realise that the Red Frogs actually don't call us to like 90% of the jobs. I reckon maybe we get 10% of what you actually see. So yes, top marks.
As the party rages on, so does the Red Frog crew. And as night turns to day, the Red Frogs are far from sleeping. As the youth begin their daily road to recovery, the Red Frog crew are there once again as a support. The Red Frog pancake service is like no other. Over 4,000 bottles of pancake mix are just one thing to open the door to a whole new world of stories and issues. Offers of anything from cooking and cleaning to assisting in daily rubbish runs leave them loved by both the accommodation managers and their occupants alike.
I do not have enough staff to man my doorways, they help with luggage, which I don't expect them to do, but they're fabulous, and they do that. They do a rubbish run for us every single day. They go up and get the rubbish from the lifts and things like that. They're great with the kids. Kids love it. Everyone that I've sat down with today, I said, do you know who Red Frogs are? Obviously you promote yourselves well because they do know who you are. The place is running smoothly, there's no big crowds because they are everywhere directing for me and speaking to the kids as they go. I would never entertain the thought of not having Red Frogs in my building.
Thank you, Red Frogs!
At the core of the Red Frog program is the key to what makes them so successful. A warm-hearted attitude to just serve and offer support while knowing how to do that in a relevant way makes them an intricate part of the whole experience. Let's not forget that these hard workers are volunteers, running on the adrenaline of the cause, and the lack of sleep and hard work is all worth it to safeguard our next generation.
How I wish you could see the potential